Good afternoon. Welcome to my daily Facebook Live. My name is Barry Selby. Jumping right in. Want to get this topic on deck. This is Messages from Masculine number 181 to inspire the feminine heart. An ongoing topic, or ongoing series of talks on different topics around love, relationships, and such like. Because my name is Barry Selby, I am a relationship attraction expert, passionate champion for the divine feminine, best-selling author, speaker, and passionate supporter of women having the best in life, love, and business. And as I said, this is number 181 in my daily Facebook Live series. Yes, it is quite a series now after all these talks. And today's topic is actually a precursor, because I'm going to be interviewed tonight at 11:30 p.m. on KPFK. One of my fellow coaches and friends, Vanessa Valdez, has a radio show on Wednesday nights on KPFK, and if you're not in the Los Angeles area, you can listen to it on kpfk.org, O-R-G, or tune in at KPFK on 90.7 is on FM, is the place you locally. So I've been interviewed tonight, and this is the topic about surrender. So I thought, well, I'll just give you a taste, because I haven't got a script or anything. In fact, I have no idea what's going to be tonight, but I just had this idea to speak about it now to warm up the pipes, so to speak. So the topic is today is about surrender in the context of relationship and love. And the way I want to say this, I already know how it's going to come out, because I can feel it, which basically is that surrender is not something where you give up. It's something that you actually yield to, and there's a difference, and I'll explain what I mean. For some people, surrender is to give in and forget and just like, oh, okay, fine, it's over type thing, and I don't mean it that way. What I mean by surrender, and for some of you who are going to not like this, is surrender control. No, you don't control. I know you don't need to control. You have no issues with control at all. Yeah, right. In relationship, most people, maybe not you, but somebody you know, most probably, and I'm just looking at phrases in a polite way versus being really blatant. But then, of course, being blatant is kind of one of my traits. Being controlled is to, in some ways, is to be bottled up, to be contained, to be very perfect and prim and proper. Like, I wear dress shirts for my Facebook Lives because I want to look that good. That's a form of control, because I want to have it together. Now, in this context, I can say I can get away with it. But in relationship, sometimes the control and sometimes the lack of freedom is constrictive. And if you're in a relationship and you're still holding yourself back from fully expressing yourself or fully engaging in your relationship, hang on, try to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, better out than in. I'm glad I can sneeze now after my rib injury. They were lethal when I sneezed. Anyway, back on track. Speaking of freedom, surrendering your desire for control, surrendering your need to have things be a certain way, surrendering your attachment to the way a relationship should go, will free you to enjoy the relationship. There's a whole piece about the masculine and feminine that I'm going to talk about tonight. I may save it till then. So, nice to have you in the scope. Nice to have you here. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is on Facebook Live first. Not Scope. What am I saying? Scope. That's Periscope. Nice to have you on Facebook Live. Okay, getting back on track. Surrender in relationship is also surrendering to your authentic self. And I'm going to play with this a little bit because I'm really fleshing out ideas that I'm going to speak about tonight. So if you're joining me, just joining me, I'm actually going to be interviewed tonight at 11:30 p.m. Pacific time on KPFK, and the topic is about surrender. So I'm basically just throwing ideas out now as a warm-up, as it were, for tonight later on. Being in a place where you are surrendered to your greater yet to be, or surrendering to your partner's greater yet to be, more importantly, allows both of you to express your best naturally versus trying to pretend to be at your best. So many people in relationships, and I was myself, so I'm not alone in this one, or you're not alone in this one, both of us, most of us in relationship usually have a way of presenting ourselves that is not surrendered. If you're someone who has been, make sure I'm in focus. If you're in a position in a relationship where you have to have it together to be with each other, that's really a facade. It's a mask. It's a shell that you're wearing to appear a certain way in relationships. Surrender means giving that up. Yes, giving it up. To be surrendered in love is maybe one of the greatest opportunities, one of the greatest expressions, certainly one of the greatest risks for many people, but also one of the greatest, what's the word I'm looking for? Authentic, it's in there, transparencies. If you can be transparent in relationships, transparent in the way you love, be transparent in your presentation so you're not holding an agenda or withholds or pretense or any other bullshit, that's surrendering. So many people, when they go into a relationship, are attached to how they look, how they are, how they appear, what they say, what their views are. First of all, this is an interesting one. When you surrender your attachment to how things should be, you may learn something from your partner. Ooh. And the other thing is also, when you're surrendered, you may learn the differences that your partner brings that you don't have. Try those on for size. Yeah, I'm going to play. Let that one sit out there for a while, because it is something that is important to recognize, is that we have a lot of times attachments and a desire to control the sort of relationship we're going to have. There's no room to grow there. If you want a relationship that's going to stagnate and be stuck, go for it. But frankly, if you're watching my videos and you watched more than few of them, you know that I'm about freedom, expansion, and growth. And ideally, you'll have the opportunity if you choose to surrender into love. That flows pretty well. I like that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to say about this, because again, I don't want to use up all my ammunition, as it were. You're welcome, Tara. As I'm being interviewed tonight, I want to keep it somewhat fresh, but I just want to get these ideas out because I really basically, it's like priming the pump. I'll put it that way. So this is a pump primer to explain my views and thoughts about this, and I'll probably recap some of these tonight in the interview. But I wanted to get these out for you in case you're not watching tonight. Surrendering to love, exactly. That's actually the theme for tonight's talk on KPFK. So if you're in the Los Angeles area, you can watch it online. Sorry, you can listen to it on the radio, 11:30 p.m. at 90.7. If you're listening online, it's audio, not video. You can't watch it. But if you're not in LA or you don't have a radio in front of you, you can listen at kpfk.org at 11:30 p.m. Pacific time tonight. Anything else? What else I want to say about this? I'm realizing some parts are not coming up yet because they're not ready, because I'm still percolating. What else I want to say? Let me say this, since I'm on topic. I'll post a link when I sign off. Yes, Tara, I'll post a link for you, definitely. I just shared an invitation to my email list, a very special one. This went literally before I sat down to do this. Because when I experienced last month, I was supporting several clients who chose to book me. I did a 1 month special for my clients that was a radical price reduction from my normal fees. And also radical time reduction, because instead of committing 6 months, it was a 1 month special I was offering. And I was reflecting on having worked with them in the month, because the month ended, Monday was the last one. Monday was the last one. And the sense of fulfillment was huge. I mean, I loved what I was able to do and deliver and support my clients with. But at the same time, I almost felt like I'd lost something. It was really bizarre, because I found myself in such great support for them. And what I recognized as a common thread or a common theme in, I want to say all of them, most of the clients I work with, was this theme in a way, not actually overtly, but in the background was surrender, because I was having them let go of what was attaching them to limitation. Because sometimes surrender is surrendering your limitations to expand into your greatness. And that's true for life as well as relationships, so I'm just giving you that to sit with. Surrender I look at as a good word, because what you're doing is you're surrendering up your limitations. And frankly, if you don't know what those are, you probably have them. Because surrender is a big piece. So I've had to surrender into my work. In fact, what I do now, and what's coming forward now, the last 6-8 months, and is coming forward for next year, I've already got some plans for what's coming forward, is because I've surrendered to the containment of what I thought I was going to do. You know, I've been a relationship coach for the last 6-7 years, but the reality is my work is moving beyond that. And so being in the place of surrender allows me to move from place to place. It's also allowed me to free up a lot of energetic attachment to things, people, and events that I feel I needed to be doing or being with to surrender to a greater good. So I look at surrender as a very positive quality. So in this conversation of surrender into love and into relationship, it's a big part of the conversation. And again, that's what I'll talk about tonight when I'm on the radio. But it's also about life in general. Surrendering into your greater yet to be, as Reverend Michael will put it, or surrendering into your greatest possibility, surrendering into the untapped resources you have inside you haven't even seen yet, is where you may want to put your focus. That's what I've been doing. These Facebook Lives, this is number 181, by the way, in case you haven't watched the previous ones, is really this journey of surrender. These talks are unscripted, live, spontaneous, as you can probably tell. They're not perfect by any means. But sometimes profound stuff comes through, because what I'm noticing in these broadcasts is what I'm doing more than anything else is not so much speaking from insight, knowledge, and background as much as I am letting the message come through me. And that may be the biggest surrender I've been able to do so far. So to bring that surrender into anything in your relationships, any relationship, not just romantic, but surrendering into love in every context is a gift. And that, I think, is really what I'll leave you with, that message, that surrendering to love is a gift. It's something that, for many people, is the scariest thing to do. You've got your fingers holding onto the edges, you don't want to let go. But when you surrender, you can expand. And when you surrender into expansion, you grow. I hope that makes sense. Surrender is something that I'm a big fan of, in the positive quality of what it is. It is not waving the white flag. That's a different sort of surrender. I'm not going there. That's the giving in, giving up, or failing. But surrender in the truly profound sense I mean it is to surrender your limitations, to surrender your doubts, surrender your judgments, and surrender what's in the way of you having what you really want. I've got a whole other piece coming through, but I'm not giving that now. That's saving for tonight. About the masculine and feminine surrender, which I'll get to tonight in the interview with Vanessa. So again, just recap, if you haven't been watching from the beginning, I am doing I'm being interviewed tonight at 11:30 p.m. Pacific time on KPFK radio station, which is 90.7. You can listen to it online on kpfk.org, again, 11:30 p.m. Pacific time. I think it'll be archived after that, I'm not sure. But the talk tonight is about surrender, so this is a warm-up for that. I'll post the website link underneath. It is kpfk.org, hard, easy to find. And just tune in at 11:30 p.m. tonight, and you'll get to hear me be grilled by Vanessa. Vanessa Valdez is the host who's interviewing me on her show. So I'm looking forward to it. And with that, I think I'll leave you. Quick summary. This is Message from the Masculine number 181. These they keep coming through. Content keeps coming through. If you haven't watched my previous ones, go to my website. Go to barryselby.com. Click on the video blog. You'll see them all there, including this one will be up later. And here's your homework assignment. Give it to you now. I usually invite you to take care of yourselves and love yourself more than you did yesterday. And let's see if you can surrender to your greater next step. And let me know in the comments how it goes. That's your homework. If you have any questions or thoughts about this, please reach out to me by social media, or you can comment below on the video. If you want help in the area of love and relationship, particularly self-love, message me. I can help you. And with that, I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay? Take care.